Welcome to Zoom In, Zoom Out, your global look at news from Taiwan. I'm Isabel Wang. So this is the second part of our conversation at Shijian University with architecture professor Chen Guozhou to talk a little bit about his project in Cambodia by building schools. So Professor Chen, welcome back.
Thank you.
For the training when the students are getting ready to go to Cambodia, what are the training that they receive here in Taiwan?
First, I train my students about timber structure in China or Japan. So they have to build some models, and we start from that. And then after that, we will start about Khmer timber structure. China and Japan's timber structure is more advanced than those in Cambodia. But I think the Khmer civilization, they focus this architecture on stone. It's not timber. So we cannot compare that this. All the timber structure in Cambodia actually is quite simple.
It's quite simple.
Yeah, it's quite simple. Actually, if you compare this to what we used to have in Taiwan. So that's quite simple. And there's no earthquake or typhoon in Cambodia. So the demand for the structure, it's not as strong as Taiwan's. Yeah. And after that, my students, they have to think about all the really situation about construction or about the material. So they have to face the real weather in Cambodia. They have to face the real people. They have to face the real material because those timber we can get in Cambodia, actually it's quite rough.
So do they
really
just chop off woods in the forest? Like where do
No,
they
no,
get
no,
the
no, no, no.
the
We still get the
ingredients?
timber from the timber shop.
Okay.
But all those timber is not really square or it's not really straight. So sometimes it will twist. So that's what the students have to face. So I have to train them you have to get ready for that kind of problems. I really believe this kind of project, it's help students to understand this, to realize what the responsibility are, especially when my students really see all the kids in the villages. They study in a classroom which is built by them. I think they can feel their works or the architecture can really help people, can really change people's life.
So how do you train them to get ready for those kind of problems?
We built a lot of models, and then they have to, of course, they will still build models in 3D software, so they can calculate or they can assemble all the timber by the software. And then they have to, actually, by the end of each semester, they have to build one wooden pavilion in the corner of our library. And normally, of course, it's not a really big project, the scale. So usually my studio is like 6 students or 8 students. And then I have to tell them, okay, you have to finish this wooden pavilion in about 6 hours if there are 8 of them, or 10 hours if there are only 6 of them. So they have to face the real construction job before they go to Cambodia. And I think that's a good part of training.
Professor Chen took his students out of the classroom and into the field, where every sketch, every nail, and every beam became a lesson in collaboration and empathy.
今年要盖的，希望规模啊、尺寸啊，各方面的状况，大概比较像这一栋。
So that means you still get around.
That if you open a space for them to actually play around, I think that part should be.
And also, you have to think about the front and behind.
Okay.
你就会觉得很惊讶，就是天哪，这些学生怎么可以如此的，就是 就是知识是很扎实的，然后又这么训练有素的，可以分工合作，然后他们是不但了解，他们还可以，他们不是只是知识上书本上的知识而已，而且他们是真的落实，然后真的可以把它每一个榫接画出来，请村民切出来，然后再请村民搬上去。
In 2023, Shijie University students returned to Cambodia for the first time in 4 years after the pandemic hit. It was a tougher mission, but one that deepened their bond with the community.
不管怎么样，我们一起跟村民做的时候是，不要到最后是分成两批在做。我觉得大家一起做，你们一定可以从他身上学到很多事情。希望我们的学生跟村民可以一起做事情。因为这个是我一直希望能够达到的。
Take a photo.
Okay.
Are there students who has joined your project once and then fell in love with it and keep joining over and over again?
Yeah, almost every year, some of students, they feel like this. And one really special example is the year of 2024. I think after 1 month after we came back to Taipei, they told me that most of them like to experience the whole project once again. Of course, they like to help me about supervising the younger peers about the construction. And then, but in the same time, they like to carry out their own project in Cambodia.
What are the projects that they would want to carry out themselves? Is it also building schools or smaller projects?
No. Because they need a lot of budget or need a lot of planning. Their own small project really happened in 2025. They helped me about supervising the younger peers for the construction. And in the meantime, they start to survey the whole countryside around the site where we built the new classroom. And then after that, they showing us, there is a pop-up exhibition in the building built by their younger peers. And they have a small exhibition over there, and they are showing a really, really big kind of map. It's really big piece of fabric, and they are sewing by themselves. So all the maps you see, actually it's not by drawing. It's all by the different kind of colors, lines. So they just sew it by themselves.
The student?
Yeah. And they survey the whole area with another kind of perspective besides this project.
To learn more about what the students' experience was like when they're in Cambodia, Professor Chen actually brought me to talk to some of them. Let's take a look at what they say about the experience. Before taking off for Cambodia, Professor Chen and students will spend 4 months preparing right here, from practicing wooden construction techniques, testing joint structures, to learning how to make the most out of limited materials.
我去了柬埔寨2次，然后其实最开始只是想到可以去柬埔寨帮助小孩子盖房子，然后觉得这个计划能够在学校里面发生，对我来说是一个很特殊的经历吧。但没想到，去完第1次之后，竟然没有办法，就是立刻抽身嘛，因为真的是会对那边产生太多的情感，所以又会想要再去第2次。 然后如果明年还会有机会的话，还会想要再去这样。
因为可能是老师事前都讲得很详细，所以其实到那边一开始还没有太大的感觉，然后一直到就是我们从机场，然后一路到我们要到的小城镇的那段4-5个小时的路程的时候，你就会可以看到，就是它从一个很繁华的大城市，一直到我们说的就是乡下的地方。在那之后就开始就是跟当地的 villagers 就是合作，然后开始把我们的设计盖出来，这样子。
What would be the biggest difference that you notice yourself?
对我来说，最大的改变可能是开始意识到建筑跟人文还有当地的那个环境的关系是很重要的，因为现场的环境就是一直在跟那边的人相处，然后开始认识到那个地方，然后一点一点的会发现，其实学校的这个盖学校这件事情，它只是一个契机。那实际上对我来说，它更多的是让我去在乎到，建筑应该是站在人文跟环境之间的一个协调者的角色。
就是其实也有点像刚刚学长他讲的，就我们在做的事情不可以跟当地的文化或者是比如说市容或者是他们的构造上面有太多的不一样，就是我们要尽量，就是我们盖完这个东西，那当地的人看到，他们不会觉得这个是外来物，就他们不会觉得是就是你们经济发达，所以你们来帮助我们盖这件事情，不是这样子。
My name is Chu, and I'm here in Taiwan to study architecture design for 3.5 years around. At year 3, I saw the video film in Cambodia, and I was like deeply into it, and I'm curious and I'm interested in it and the culture. I've never like actually built a building, like a one-to-one scale building, and I'm very interested, so I joined.
What are the training that you would get right now?
Yeah, the first phase is we have to make a case study of Chinese and Japanese ancient temple, like the structure, how they build it, and so we have to, in 3 weeks, we have to make different scales of the building. We went from 1 to 100, and 1 to 50, 20, 10, and like it's getting bigger. The second phase is we get more into the buildings in Cambodia, and the third phase is this structure.
Professors and students at Shijian University are showing that architect isn't just about how to build, it's about learning why it matters. This has been Zoom in, Zoom out. If you enjoyed today's show, don't forget to hit like or subscribe or even leave a comment below. We hope you enjoy the show. Until next time.
Is there a place you've been searching for?
We bring you stories, not just to Taiwan,
exploring the issues that matter to you.
This is a journey that will move you. Our stories are all connected. Taiwan Plus.